Welcome back. You're watching Breakfast at Dawn. Excuse me. That was Hassan Abdullah with the headline news. Thank you for that. And of course, I want to remind you of our email address, which is breakfast@dawnnews.tv. I'm on Twitter. You can follow me. That's Ayeshah Alam. Shah as an AYESHAHALAM. And we have a Facebook fan page, Breakfast at Dawn. So if you're on Facebook, please do join in. We'd love to get your contributions and just suggest to us what you would like to see on the show. You can also see little clips of old episodes. Yeah, so it's a fun page to actually go visit. It's pretty interactive. Now it is time for Community Matters. This is up next. Please stay with us.
A writ petition has been filed at the Lahore High Court that demands the ban of shisha houses as well as prohibition of smoking at public places as per the ordinance of 2002. Petitioner Advocate Zaki Ejaz claims that according to a research, more than 100,000 people die due to smoking-related diseases every year in Pakistan. This means almost 274 people every day and more than 11 every hour. Moreover, second-hand smoke is also known to cause numerous diseases, including fetal malformation and infant death. The petition asks for a ban not only on cigarette smoking at public places, but also shisha smoking.
I believe the Punjab government will look into the matter and will of course ask the shisha houses to delete the shisha ingredients from the menu.
The Lahore High Court has issued a notice to the Punjab government following the filing of the petition. In supporting evidence, Advocate Zaki Ejaz also attached a report by Dawn News TV Lahore correspondent Sana Saif that shows the violation of the Prohibition of Smoking Ordinance 2002 even on the premises of Lahore High Court.
हमारे बच्चे जो हैं वो सिगरेट में हेरोइन पीने लगे हैं और ये सप्लाई हो रही है। तो जब सिगरेट मना हो जाएगा तो हेरोइन का भी रास्ता बंद होगा।
हमारे जो कानून नाफिज करने वाले जो इदारे हैं तो उन्हीं की कमजोरियां
लॉ बनाए ना उसको इम्प्लीमेंट भी तो करें इम्प्लीमेंटेशन ही नहीं हो रही.
The petition also seeks a check on the sale of tobacco to minors and a ban on selling tobacco products in 50-meter radius of educational institutions. The petitioner expects the step will force authorities to implement the law that has already been in place for 8 years. Hina Said, Dawn News, Lahore.
All right, welcome back. We're talking about smoking and shisha. Maheen, I don't know where you stand on this, but you know, I'm by the way totally anti-smoking. I think it should be banned, but some people think that's a bit too drastic, and they feel that perhaps this should be left up to the consumer themselves and let them make their own choices. So again, it's a good debate. I know a lot of the models, for example, you know, they do smoke. And I remember asking someone, well, why do you smoke? I was like, well, it helps me keep the weight off. They smoke to sort of basically lose weight. And my answer is, yeah, you can lose weight smoking one lung at a time, you know. So it's interesting. As far as banning the shisha goes, what do you think? Do you think that that's perhaps a bit too extreme, or?
I do think perhaps banning the shisha is a bit extreme, but as far as smoking, I'm with you on that. I do think that it should be banned in public places.
Right,
absolutely.
right.
I've never smoked, so and I am completely against that.
Yeah, yeah.
But,
it's, I mean, I know that, you know, I mean, again, it is a personal choice, and you know, for an individual, whether you choose to kill yourself slowly or not. But generally speaking, you know, the second-hand smoke to be worried about as well. And when it comes to shisha, by the way, there's a study that was done where apparently one puff of a shisha is equivalent to 100 cigarettes, because there is no filter, and therefore it is actually a little bit more dangerous to your health. So you might want to take that into consideration the next time you ask for an apple-flavored something. Anyway, moving back into conversation with you. Your company Karma, you've gone through some major changes. But of course now, you know, running it like a proper business, how is it structured? Like, what is the structure of your business?
We've got a very tight corporate structure at Karma. We have a CEO, and under that we have all our different departments, which have from your finance to production, to the
really
studio, to the retail side of it. Absolutely. And you know, at the factory also we've got one for Karma Pink, which is retail, one for Couture, which is Karma Red. And like I keep saying, you know, everywhere else in the world, fashion is a billion-dollar industry, and why can we not be a part of that? And that's mostly because a lot of people always get into fashion thinking, oh, it's my hobby, it's something I do as a pastime. But that's changed in the last couple of years.
Auntie Chuni really liked my last outfit, so therefore I can open a boutique.
I know. I decided to put 10 workers in my garage and you know, to entertain everybody in my drawing room.
Those days are gone.
Those days are gone. Not only because, you know, this is how we make our living, and the only way that we're going to be taken seriously is if we treat it like a proper business, but also because your consumer is so intelligent now.
Yes.
I mean, you know, there are so many, they're spoiled for choice. There are so many designers and fashion houses out there, and they do expect a certain retail or,
in fact,
you know,
I remember someone saying that, you know, if I'm going to go to a designer, I expect a certain quality, otherwise I might as well go to my neighborhood darzi.
Exactly. You know, from the minute you walk into the studio, and you know, from the way the studio is kept, what it looks like, what the ambience and the theme is, the way you're seated, what music is playing, how you're served your coffee, all of those things make a big difference. It is a service-related industry, and it's a big one now, with everybody putting, you know, their best foot forward with studios and this and that. So you have to give the consumer that.
Now, when someone says, for example, you've got your label, you know, Karma Pink, and there's Mahin Kardar. Now every student that comes out of a fashion institute doesn't necessarily have to start their own label. They basically come in and work with other designers. So you constantly, you have a flow of different designers coming in and out working for you, or is it just your own panel that you've sort of chosen and they stay with you?
Well, what happens is that a lot of, as far as the students are concerned, a lot of them do internships at different fashion houses. We're all alumni of the Pakistan Institute of Fashion Design. So every summer you've got a batch who's coming in and, you know, interning with you, and you put them in the projects that you're working on, and where you get a good idea of, is there somebody who's going to work out on a professional level when they graduate with you.
Right.
At Karma, we have a design team that, you know, has been chosen by me, are people who've been with me for a while, not necessarily people who started out in the design department, but people who know how I think, who, you know, which is what I keep telling them, is that I need you guys to be an extension of me. You need to think like me, you need to, you know, design like me.
Every piece really should represent you.
Absolutely. I have a strict policy. If I won't buy it, if I won't wear it, if it won't be in my closet, it won't be on my rack.
Right.
So, you know, if you're true to yourself, and I keep telling all the young lot that comes out of fashion schools also that, you know, when you're in college, you know what you want. You have it in your head that, you know, in the next 10 years, I want to be a designer with my own label, or I want to work for this fashion house because their ideology is all what I'm about.
Right.
So be true to yourself, and you will find, you know, your calling, and you'll never fail.
Okay, I want to ask you about the students and the exciting new fashion that possibly happen every summer, but that will be after a very short break. Stay with us. You're watching Breakfast at Dawn.